The world will end next week! Spend your children's college fund! Thaw that turkey now!
Is the Simpsons TV show ever going to end?
No, ma'am.
Or should we put this way, do you want the Simpsons to end?
No, ma'am.
This has to be one of the most problematic questions fans of the TV show grapple with every now and then. In today's episode, we will attempt to give reasons why The Simpsons will never end.
100 years, global warming, we're goners.
To start with, we must acknowledge that some fans of The Simpsons are of the opinion that The Simpsons have been on air for so long, and it no longer resembles what it used to be. Hence, it should be cancelled.
This is the worst day of my life.
Let's zoom through some of their arguments. Some fans want to remember only the good times. Some fans will still remember that The Simpsons was once a great show that would love to keep it that way, but if it doesn't end sooner or later, it'll be forever remembered as a show that went on for decades, and on the whole, that wouldn't be a good comment, right? For instance, the show, and particularly Homer Simpson, have become less intelligent. There have been bright spots in recent years, but not enough to make many fans think the show is worth keeping alive. In essence, no one wants to look back on The Simpsons as a bad show, so to prevent this, some fans opt in that owners should pull the plug. The merge with Disney came with mixed feelings. Some people's fear and thoughts on why The Simpsons should be cancelled can be further captured in the words of Yardley Smith, who plays Lisa Simpson on the show. He explains that things don't look great after the deal with Disney. While the show is still under contract with Fox, there are possibilities that its values and contextual connotation as sustained over the years might get altered. Hence, Smith said, when you're dealing with something that is so culturally relevant and sort of such a pillar of our culture, if you're going to mess with that, that's some pretty risky territory. So my feeling is, and I could be completely wrong, is that they would cancel it before they would make it change creatively.
Make the protesters go away, and I'll give you the entire bottle.
Hey, Marge, look who I brought home.
Oh, Homer, are you rounding up immigrants?
Another common reason why some fans agree with The Simpsons should be ended is because the Apu controversy gave the show a bad name. A show being faced with controversy is one thing, but the show's creator responding to that controversy is increasingly cringe-inducing way too much. In the documentary A Problem with Apu, it pointed out the racist implications of a white voice actor playing Apu. A stereotypical Indian character on The Simpsons, Matt Groening's tone-deaf response pointed out why the Behind the Times show should be cancelled. I'm proud of what we do on the show, and I think it's time in our culture where people love to pretend they're offended. The way the show itself dealt with it, with the on-the-nose meta reference, was even worse.
Something that started decades ago and was applauded and inoffensive is now politically incorrect. What can you do?
The idea that anybody was young or old, past or present, was bullied or teased based on the character of Apu, it just really makes me sad.
The next question is, are these enough reasons to put the show to an end? Yes or no? Give us a reply in the comment section down below. Now here's the moment you've been waiting for. Why The Simpsons will never end. Did you know that the writers are in a dilemma as to how The Simpsons will end? Keep watching more to find out. The Simpsons is, without a doubt, the most well-known animated series in the history of the world. In August 2018, the network was separated from 20th Century Fox, resulting in a merge with Disney. Most people questioned the futures of The Simpsons. Chairman and CEOs Dana Walden and Gary Newman quickly reassured audiences that The Simpsons is so much a part of the brand.
It's a big, bold swing, comes from phenomenal auspices. It really represents what we're trying to do at the network right now.
There's been an incredible halo effect of the show and other animated series. Walden said during the Television Critics Associate press tours, there are no plans for them to go anywhere other than Fox. Walden added that a couple years of episodes for the show are already in production, meaning that the show will likely continue in the past current season. So there you have it. Stay glued to your screens for more of The Simpsons. Did you know that in The Simpsons there's always more to be found?
The reasons for this are plenty, but most of the criticism boils down to the Christ-like depiction of Lady Gaga.
The Simpsons is multi-layered. While pratfalls and sight gags capture your attention, watching again can reveal a little nugget of dialogue or a background event that amuses you just as much, making your 17th viewing as entertaining as the first. The Simpsons is just one of example of many seminal sitcoms, dramas, and carpentry appreciation shows that follow up the rewatchability formula. You'll remember what you've watched, want to see it again, and unwrap even more enjoyment when you do so. What makes The Simpsons rewatchable and unstoppable is the abundance of moments that stay glued to our minds, either because they're side-spittingly hilarious, desperately exciting, or even made you cry a little bit.
The underground awaits.
At least this time I'm awake for your goodbye.
Remember, whatever happens, you have a mother, and she's truly proud of you.
Oh.
The Simpsons have been able to retain and regain its popularity. For as long as The Simpsons is raking in big bucks and big ratings, Fox will not cancel the show. And then there's the fact that Fox has raked in billions of dollars off The Simpsons merchandise. So why end it? Through ratings and have been declined for the years, the same can be said for TV viewership in general, and The Simpsons ratings had leveled off a bit in the years later. In fact, viewership rose a bit a decade between the 25th and 26th seasons, the first time that happened in more than a decade. Part of what gives the show its monumentum is the incorporation of current events and parody content, which makes the rounds of the internet and social media after they initially air. As long as there's fodder for jokes, of which there always is, The Simpsons has an opportunity to continue. Basically, The Simpsons have been able to retain its popularity largely as a result of its ability to find new fans as the show ages. Hence, its end is not in sight. The Simpsons have inspired a generation of animators. More evident than the obvious reason is that The Simpsons have inspired a generation of animators. It's a cornerstone of modern pop culture. It's becoming a talking point in the United States presidential election, has been a part of our lives for almost 26 years. There have been moments in The Simpsons of beauty and tenderness that are likely to stay with us forever. The ending of Mother Simpson, when Homer sits silently on the hood of his car after his mother disappears again, watching the stars whilst a beautiful piece of music plays over the credits. Everyone has a favorite one-episode character. Hank Scorpio, Poochie the dog, Molly the cat burglar, and of course, Cecil Terwigler. All the moments that we laugh and cherish lends credits to the fact that the majority of fans do not want the show to ever come to an end. To wrap it all up, here comes the dilemma. The current writers won't end the show because they can't. Yeah, they can't. Think about it. How the hell do you end what is arguably the most famous TV show ever that everyone is satisfied with? If you have an answer for that, please share us in the comments section down below. Ending The Simpsons is an incredibly difficult task, and I think the writers know this. Look at Once Upon a Time in Springfield. At the end, the message states that thanks for 20 wonderful years, the best is yet to come. These guys clearly aren't planning to end the show soon, and who can blame them? Look at How I Met Your Mother, a TV show that went on for 9 seasons. Look at the immense and probably deserved fan backlash at the horrible ending, and imagine what that would be like for The Simpsons. Imagine what that would be like for a show that has been going on for almost triple the amount of seasons, and you're the person who has to pull the plug on the finale. Writers are stuck in a dilemma. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. Do you have any other reasons why The Simpsons should be canceled or continued? Well, feel free to drop it in the comments section. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay connected with Film Streak. Till we come our way again, take care, and we'll see you next time.